Right, hello. I think I'll do a video on the different types of banana I'm growing currently. So at the moment my favourites and probably the most imposing in the garden are the Ensetes, Ethiopian red bananas. They're absolutely massive. These two plants either side of the decking area are in pots. They are quite deep pots, as you can see. Just topped off with impatiens around the base. So yeah, what I do with these pots is I empty them half out every year and put fresh compost in and plenty of water and feed. Seems to do the job. Doing really well. Look at the green fading into red. And of course, if you get the light behind them, slightly transparent. Yes, they're the Ensetes Morellii, red bananas. So that's probably my favourite at the moment. So we'll look at some of the biggest. Now let's look at some of the smallest. So we've got a little clump here. These are just your dwarf Cavendish, which are actually some pups I took off a bigger plant. So they're like the Ensetes, will not survive outdoors over winter, so dig them up before it gets too cold. So I've got several of the little dwarf Cavendish scattered about. Let's find another little clump. So there's some more there. You can see the sort of pattern start to come on the leaves there. So I've got several little clusters in, but I've got some bigger plants actually in the greenhouse. I just want to see how big I could get them this year. So one of the more common ones is the Musa Baju, which is a fairly small one there, and a slightly bigger one here. So originally last year I had them all in the centre bed here. I had about 7 or 8 big, they must have been 8 foot plus, just the stems. But most of them flowered last year, and of course they're monocarpic, which means when they flower they're dead. I did manage to save one which flowered, and as soon as I see it start flowering, I cut the flower off, because you get the little leaves after that and they just look rubbish. So you don't really want them to flower, you can cut them off, and that did actually survive and didn't die. So that's maybe a way to stop losing your bananas. If you get a big one, you don't really want it to die off. So yeah, that's the Musa Baju. And then finally I've got an Ensete Green, which is one I grew from seed, not last year but the year before. So it's a decent sized plant for only a couple of years old. So this is the total green form of the Ensete with just a red outline to the leaf. Simple but quite nice, because the leaves are a lot thicker than the Musa Baju. Obviously you can see obviously these are a bit taller as well, but the wind does get to the leaves on these and shred them up and just make them look a bit untidy. Saying that, we've got a leaf here which is untouched by the wind at the moment, but we do have a storm this afternoon, so we'll see. So yeah, so back to this one. Out of all the bananas I've tried to germinate from seed, this is I've tried several different species, and this is the only one I've sort of had success with. Sort of gave up with it really and just left it on the top of the boiler, and that did sprout. So, but yeah, I think they are quite difficult to get right. Germination of seeds, you're better off probably just buying a small plant for cheap and growing it on. Right, so that's really the only 4 species I'm growing. I used to have the Sigonensis, which is it's like a Bengal tiger striped leaf, which is really nice, which is supposed to be hardy, but that died off over winter. Well, it sort of came back and then it just gave up and died. And I had the pink banana Valentino or something like that, that didn't survive the winter either. I did protect them, but no, with the unsetties, these and the reds, I just tend to, just cut the leaves off, dig them out and dry them out, and they store fine over winter. But I didn't really want too many plants to have to worry about, so yeah, I'll stick to the hardy ones. I may well try the Sigonensis again next year. So that's it for the bananas. Just the 4 species this year. Again, we'll try again next year, some different ones. The thing is with bananas, I mean, unless you get really nice stripy leaf or something a bit different colour. I mean, bananas, aren't they? They're big leaves. They give the effect. It is nice to have lots of different species, but I do have quite a lot on my plate with other plants as well. So yeah, I try something different every year, so we'll see. On a side note, this is a little Musa Baju, which is popped out of nowhere. Must have been from the original clump in the centre bed here. So I've left it. This one actually I did try and dig out last year, and that just snapped off, and I thought it's dead, but it's come back again. So that's sort of just shows you how hardy they are. Right, I think we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching.